Hi, I'm Michael.
I'm Mark.
Yeah, so we're welcome back. We're happy to have you.
Yeah, and today we'll be talking about video games.
Yeah, so we have a few guests here. We're going to talk about the video game industry, but first we're going to go back to our last video to answer the other question.
For sure. It's going to be called 2 to 1. So with 2 to 1, we basically, you ask her one question, both of us will
We
answer
both
it.
answer. So two for one. It's like groceries, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can buy one, get one free, maybe, hopefully.
Yeah.
So our question here is, where is it that you wish to see your climax?
It's a loaded question.
Isn't this a PG channel?
Pretty much. But, no, but I think what they mean is like where do we see Luxurious going? Like where we want it to go. Or like I think as a brand, Luxurious, as like our music, we want it to be like a household thing where everyone knows what Luxurious is. It's a standard, a quality. We also want to be able to, I guess, make sure we really connect with our fans. So me and my dad is like, so you ever come to see us play or perform? Like you get to know, you know who we are because you've been to our channel and you understand like this we are. And I feel a lot of artists, they don't really connect with people who like their stuff too often. So I want to, we all want to like change that paradigm.
Right? We kind of want to build a community, and we definitely want to build a brand name for ourselves, for our diamonds. We also, because we're actually doing this on YouTube, we're trying to build definitely a media platform and possibly maybe something in clothing, or just, we don't want to limit ourselves to one particular category. We want to open it up to many different genres of things or ideas of things. So, and we're also going to follow the natural progression of this platform.
Absolutely. Yeah. So welcome back. So this is our special show. We're really excited about this. So our art for today we're going to discuss is video games.
We have a guest.
You have a guest. Yay.
Hi.
So our guest is Tom. We have Tom here. We also have the other ways of media. We have Battletoad and Wonder Boy. Say hello. Say hi. Hello.
Hi.
Yes. So we'll have you introduce yourself. So starting off with Tom.
Yeah. All right. Hey, I'm Tom. I've been part of the games industry, or working in the games industry for 12 years now. I'll do the legal disclaimer. I do work for a company owned by Electronic Arts. This is my own personal opinions here, not representative of the company. This is me being a human, being a player, being a gamer. So whatever I say is not representative of the company.
So don't come for him in the comments.
Yes.
Also, telling you.
Also, don't look for Battletoad or Wonder Boy because you're gonna find them. That's their real names. There's all aliases. So okay. So next we have Battletoad. Take it away, Battletoad.
I've been a lifelong gamer. I've been in the gaming industry for about 7 years, working mostly as a level designer. I've traveled all across Canada, from Vancouver to Montreal, making video games. And I love video games. I think they're awesome.
Thank you. And Wonder Boy?
I've been a quality assurance tester, analyst, and lead in the gaming and corporate industry for about 5 years.
Great. So Mark Taylor.
Sure. So we're going to get right into the questions. So our first question will be to Tom. It is, what first got you interested in video games in general?
Well, for me, I had 3 older brothers, and they all played games as well. My earliest memories were video games, so it was a standard in life. Like, games were always there; they were always a big part, like lifelong passion.
Okay, so next up is Battletoad. Same question. So, what first got you interested in video games?
I think what first got me interested in video games was the fact because they were always around me. From a very early age, I had a controller in my hand, and I was smashing those buttons and seeing those characters move and jump around on the screen. So it's just always been part of my life.
Nice. Okay, and the next question will be for Wonder Boy. Again, what got you first into video games?
Conversely to everyone else's opinions, I looked for video games to go. Like, for the most part, I didn't have game systems. I'd have to rent them out. So I'd always be hunting and trying to find them and go, all that kind of stuff. But what got me into it, I think, would be the stories.
Oh, nice.
That's so cool. So because I know for Luxurious, well, at least 2/3 of us were into we got big games at a young age because I guess the culture of being around everyone, like being kids and going to the same household, playing the same games, that made us really love like gaming. And it kind of we still to this day we still go hang out. Like Tom's one of my best friends, and we play video games all the time. So that's something that never really changed, right?
Yeah, and our sister actually was actually ironically helped us to get into gaming, and we'll probably talk about that a bit later about what console she played with and kind of got us into it. So.
Yeah. So our next question is okay. So it's for you again, Tom. So the question is, what's the first video game you ever played?
Well, for me, one of my first memories was playing a game on Atari 2600 called Dragon Treasure. I think that was what like Zellers renamed it, depending on who you bought it from. It was also called Dragon Fire. But yeah, Dragon Treasure was the first one I remember playing, and still fun to today, to be honest.
Awesome. Awesome. So with that, Battletoad, what was your first video game you ever played?
So the first video game I really remember having like a huge impact on me was Final Fantasy II. And it was the first time I sort of saw these pixels and characters and words come together into a really coherent story that affected me deeply. I just remember the scene between Cecil and Rosa hugging. You know, it's like 32 pixels, but there was so much emotion wrapped up in those 32 pixels that it's still one of my fondest memories of rescuing Rosa in Final Fantasy II.
That's really cool. Nice. So same question to you, Wonder Boy. So what was the first video game you ever played?
I think it would have to be either Baldur's Gate or Legend of Dragoon.
Nice, very nice.
It would have to be Baldur's Gate. I remember that I didn't have like a lot of technology, like I said previously, when I was growing up. But when we got a hand-me-down computer from my grandfather, it also came with a copy of Baldur's Gate, burnt, might I add. But back in the old days, that was the only way I got games.
Was that like the Napster days? Okay, I don't know.
Because we don't promote bootlegging here. No bootlegging. No, so we'll go to the next question, which is, okay. So, Tom, how was the process of getting hired into video game company?
Well, for me, I grew up in a town outside of, there's only one major city in the area, and thankfully they had a gaming company there. So went to university, and I put all my eggs in one basket. I don't always recommend that, but I tailored my entire degree to try to get in with them. I found out they had an internship program with the university. So I lucked out. I was the last new hire. They were hiring a bunch of new level designers, and I was the last level designer hired for almost 4 years. So I lucked out on the timing, just barely got in, but got my foot in the door, and I've been with them 12 years now.
So let me guess, you Leroy Jenkins your way into it.
I hope it doesn't end that way.
So same question to Balto. So your question is how's the process of getting hired into a video game studio or company?
Oh, can you hear us, Battletoad?
Hear Battletoad?
Yeah. So I during my university, realized that I could actually go and make these games that I loved so much. And I went to school for a year, and coming out of school, I got a piece of paper that said, hey, I'm qualified to make video games. And I applied. I put up about 40 applications a day to anywhere and everywhere in the world. And then finally a company accepted me. And then once I was able to get in and get a credit to my name, I was able to now reach out for other jobs at other locations. And it kind of passed this barrier. I was in the game designing club, as it were. And that was sort of my experience getting in.
Nice. Good answer.
Nice. And same question, Wonder Boy?
For me, it was a long and arduous journey. I lucked out just coming out of college after I got my degree, and I landed a contract position. But after that, I went into corporate for 2 years, and then after that, there was some corporate stuff going on and backstabbing and all that kind of stuff. And I was one of the soldiers that got axed.
Oh no!
Out of my entire department. But I got a good severance pay, which afforded me to go travel the world and funded my writing career for about a year. And during that time, I kept applying and eventually landed the job where I am now.
Way to turn it around. That's really
cool. That's good. That's amazing.
Yeah. So go on to our next question. So next question is for you, Tom, obviously. So what's the culture like working in a video game studio?
Overall, it is, I mean, I love it. It definitely depends what part of a project you're on, but it's a creative industry. It's not, show up in your suit and tie, sit down at your desk and get stuff done until the bell rings at the end of the day. I spend less than half the day actually at my desk. It's teamwork, it's collaborative, it's, experimental, try things out, talk with people, get ideas flowing, test stuff like, here's a quick prototype, 5 of us, let's go grab a room and try this out, see if we like it. It's very much like a creative industry. They don't want you to just show up, sit down, get stuff done. They want you to come up with ideas. Trying to finish a game during crunch time, that's more, well, you've come up with your ideas, get it out the door on time so we can ship this thing. That's a little more stressful. But I mean, I've worked retail, I've worked service industry, I've had a lot of different jobs before, getting my career, and I still get treated the best here than I have in any other job. They really do take good care of us.
That's cool. Awesome. Good to hear. So we're gonna ask the same question to Battletoad. Battletoad, again, what is the what was your process like being hired to a video game company?
So the question was like, what is it like to work in the general games industry?
Yeah, that's yes.
Cool. So working in the games industry, it's a creative environment. Most people are passionate there. You don't really go into the games industry for a 9-to-5 job. You go there because you're passionate about what you do. You like being there.
Makes sense.
When you're in that sort of environment where everyone wants to be there, really great things can happen. It can also be really stressful. People want what they believe in the game and they're willing to fight for it. And other people are willing to fight. So sometimes you can butt heads and it happens. You obviously work together and it's collaborative because, a lot of the games, or at least the games I've worked on, have been, 200 plus people. And just trying to coordinate that many people is kind of a miniature feat in and of itself, to get that many people working on one thing at the same time. So I haven't actually had many negative experiences in the games industry. And every person I kind of work with or meet in the industry seems to be pretty positive. So I can't say anything too bad.
Oh, good.
Okay, so the same question goes to Wonder Boy. So again, what's the culture like working in a video game studio?
I'd have to say it's just a lot of cooperation, like everyone keeps saying. The thing is, like, coming from corporate, usually when you're sitting down, you kind of understand that you're doing something to make a machine or make something work. Or with the video game industry, it's a lot more like people are coming together to show off their passions, like Tom has been saying, and also Battletoads.
Not real names.
Good job.
Don't Google it. You won't find it.
There's a lot of like different. It's not just like the artists. It's the designers want to show off a good experience. It's the programmers want to show off the new technology that they can make it work with. It's like the artists that want to just show off a very pretty scene. Everything is coming together, and you're a part of it, like all of it, even the technical stuff. And I think that's basically everything coming together is what it's like working there.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Luxuryus life hacks number 2.
It's business cards.
Yeah.
So with that, what you can do
is take your phone, take a picture of it,
That way, you keep it in your phone, and if you lose the card,
You always have the business card with you. There you go.
there's your life hack.
There you go. Have a good day.
Bye,
We'll
everyone.
see you next time. Bye.